Hello, today we will discuss about Ethernet at data link layer. So in this we will learn about how Ethernet will work at the data link layer of an OSI model, then Ethernet address and then Ethernet frame. So let's first start with Ethernet at data link layer. So the Ethernet at data link layer is responsible for Ethernet addressing, hardware addressing or the MAC addressing. So at data link layer, Ethernet encapsulates packets that are coming from the network layer of the OSI model and form frames and then transmit over physical media. So Ethernet MAC addresses are in hexadecimal format. It consists of 6 byte or the 48 bit. Here first 3 byte tells the identity of the vendor or the manufacturer which make the device, and the last 3 byte tells node identity. At the data link layer, no modification is required to the MAC address when going between different physical layer interface such as from Ethernet to the fast Ethernet. This means if we are going from if the device is frame is going from one Ethernet cable to the another Ethernet cable, there is no need to do any modification in the MAC address. So next is Ethernet address. So a MAC address, media access control address, is a unique code which is stored on network interface card or the Ethernet card. So there are two type of MAC addresses: universal administrator MAC address, which are assigned by the manufacturer at the time of manufacturing the device, or they are burned in over the NIC cards or the Ethernet adapter. Then is organizationally unique identifiers, OUI, are administered by the IEEE Standards Association. So these are the type of MAC addresses. Next is MAC address format. The first 3 byte tells about the manufacturer, also known as OUI bits. The first bit of the first byte. The first bit of the first byte is referred to as unicast or the multicast bit. So if the bit is set to 0, it means the frame is meant to reach only one receiving NIC card or only to the one device. This type of transmission is called unicast. And if the bit is set to 1, the frame will be sent over once to particular node in the network. So this is called multicast addressing. The second bit of the first byte. Now the second bit of the first byte is referred to as UL bit, universal local bit, which identify how the address is administered. That is, it is administered as globally unique or as the locally administered unique. So now this is the type of Ethernet address. The first 3 bytes tells about the OUI bytes. The first bit of the first byte tells about the type of address, that it is unicast address or the multicast address. And second bit of the first byte tells about that it is globally unique address or the locally unique address. So each manufacturer gives the unique MAC address to the Ethernet cable or the NIC cards. So this is the example of MAC address. Here the first byte in binary form is in this form 0000100. Last address contain 2 bits. Where the first bit is 0, this defines that the address is unicast address. And here the second bit is also 0. This defines that the address is a universally administrator address. So next is Ethernet frame. So the main function of data link layer is to convert bits into bytes and then bytes into frame. So it encapsulates the packet that are coming from network layer to frame and then transmit to the physical layer for transmission. So this is shown as the Ethernet frame, which is used by the 10 and the 100 Mbps Ethernet cables. So this is the Ethernet frame, IEEE 802.3. So let's discuss about this Ethernet frames. The frame consists of 7 parts divided into 3 main areas. The first is header. It contains permeable PRE. This is 7 byte long and it consists of pattern of alternating ones and zeros, and this inform the receiving station about the start of frame and also enable synchronization. So next is start of frame delimiter, SFD. This consists of 1 byte and it contains an alternating pattern of ones and zero but ending in 2 ones. Next is destination address DA. This field contains the address of receiving station, and the leftmost bit indicate whether the address is individual address if it is 0 bit or a group address if it is set to 1 bit. Then is source address SA. The source address consists of 6 bytes and it is used to identify the sending station. Then is length or type. This field is of 2 byte in length and it give make information and identify the number of client data type that are contained in the data field of the frame. The next is payload. In payload, the byte is data. This contains the payload data or the user data and its size ranges up to 1500 byte. If the length of the field is less than 46 byte, then the padding data is added to fill the data block. Next is trailer. That is frame. It contains frame check sequence bit. This is 4 byte long and it contains a 32 bit cyclic redundancy check CRC that is generated over the destination address, source address, length or type and data field. So this is all about Ethernet and data link layer. Thank you.